About ready to tackle somebody.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Oh, my God. Terrifying.
We are ready. We want the win.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Final one, the tiebreaker here, and think fast.
It's going to end in a fight.
Starts with the letter W and is sticky and annoying when you accidentally walk through one.
Spider webs. Webs.
Dennys gets it, and Jbird was answering early. Congratulations, Dennys. Holds on to the Think Fast crown.
Oh, man. The nerves.
Anybody but Bird. Congratulations, Dennys.
Why are you so mean? You're such a mean witch. Why can't you be a good witch?
Only to you.
No, that's a lie.
Dunkin' is the official coffee of the KVJ Show. America runs on Dunkin'. The KVJ Show is now live on 97.9 WRMF.
It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, talks like a spaz, and they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Well, welcome to your Tuesday here at the KVJ Show. Hello to everybody listening on the radio. If you got the podcast cranking today, what up? And also on KVJ TV. If you're dialing in right now and watching the show, you can see that Jbird is again in his Miami Dolphins cheerleader uniform here. After a Monday night battle last night, he's wearing this Miami Dolphins cheerleader uniform until the Dolphins win. He put it on several weeks ago. He's been in this for a while. He thought for certain that when the winless Dolphins went up against the winless Redskins, that it would be a good thing for the Dolphins and they get their first win of the season. It didn't work in their favor for that game. And last night they went to Pittsburgh to play the Steelers. And one of their former stars, Micah Fitzpatrick, who is their first-round draft pick, that the Miami Dolphins said, this is the guy basically is going to change the franchise. Now we're going to start winning. And then all of a sudden they traded him away, Virginia, to the Steelers. And
then they played the Steelers last night, and he beat up on them.
Yeah, wouldn't you know it? And here are the Dolphins. Boy, they're up like, it was like 14-zip, something like that. And it's looking great.
Were you watching it live?
I was watching it. I tweeted out, Dolphins up 14-0. And I'm not even kidding. I hit send. Steelers got 3 points right on the board. And then all of a sudden, I went to the kitchen, and it was 14-10. I go, okay, get off Twitter. So I got off Twitter.
It was crazy. It was just crazy.
One guy called me out and goes, dude, you're jinxing them. And he's right. I jinxed them. As soon as I tweeted something, they fell apart.
Yeah.
And then I just started yelling at the Dolphins via Twitter. Like, you guys have no heart. You guys are on the take.
It was pretty unreal because there was one play where the Dolphins had the Steelers and all they had to do was just make sure they didn't get a first down. And for some reason, the way they ran the play, they totally did the worst they could possibly do. And all of a sudden, the Steelers scored a touchdown out of it.
Is that the one where they blitzed with those 20 yards out? Yeah.
Yes, yeah. That was kind of a game changer last night.
Lodge in the backfield. 3-step, quick throw up in the air, and it is intercepted by the former Dolphin, Minka Fitzpatrick. Shallow cross underneath. Deontay Johnson running free. Inside the 10, cuts back. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. And once again, it is Minka Fitzpatrick. Second interception.
Wow.
Rudolph inside the 10.
Oh, jeez.
What an effort! Juju Smith-Schuster. How about it?
Yeah.
Second and 6, straight up the middle, and reaching for the goal line touchdown. James Conner makes it in.
Virginia, it just boy, it's wow. I mean, after everything started off so well, just what a landslide it was.
I'm not going to be negative. I'm going to be very positive. I'm not going to take this hard.
Yeah.
I'm just going to take it in stride. I'm even back to reading the old ancient teachings of Lao Tzu to put some perspective. I'm meditating again, Kevin.
Wow.
Just trying to learn something from this.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to learn?
Art of war? Yeah.
What am I supposed to learn out of all this?
Don't make a bet about putting on a Dolphins cheerleading uniform.
It's not even a bet, really. It was really just a support kind of a thing.
Just a support kind of thing. Yeah. 27 unanswered points last night.
Whoa.
Yeah, we don't have to get into all the X and O's, baby. I get it.
27-14.
We don't have to dissect every possible thing that went wrong.
Okay. Well, there you go. The good news and the silver lining with all this is the Dolphins are still on pace to get the #1 draft pick, Virginia.
Okay.
Yes.
The bad news is I have to figure out how I am officiating my sister's wedding in this Dolphins cheerleading outfit.
Yeah. Some challenges are going to come up. So
Have you let her know you're wearing it?
Through social media with posts, but not indirectly or not directly.
if you
really.
kind of let somebody know on social media, they can't be that mean to you.
Well, it's
because
kinda-
if they do, they have to be publicly.
Yeah, it's a bit. So she knows something's up. She's caught wind of it. I don't know if she knows that. We haven't talked about me officiating in the outfit yet.
She probably thinks, oh, surely he'll take it off for the ceremony.
I don't know. We'll figure it out. Again, I'm reading the teachings of Lao Tzu, Virginia.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. At least another week for the Miami Dolphins to. And I don't even. The problem is I don't know if they're even chasing wins. They're just going to be playing games. So. Yeah, it's going to be another week, and it's December 22nd when they got that really bad game. But I will tell you, coming up this Sunday, things look good, Jbird, because the very hapless New York Jets come to Hard Rock Stadium. So maybe
that's this Sunday.
This coming Sunday
On the
3rd.
Okay, they're playing that early.
Yeah, they're playing a 1:00 game.
Okay, I thought they played next Sunday.
No.
There's a shot here.
There's a shot.
Okay.
Yeah, and the Jets are terrible themselves. The Jets are very bad.
I have to get to a point where I have to live in a world of acceptance now. I took I took it hard for about a quarter last night.
What would Lao Tzu do?
Lao Tzu. Don't call him Lao Tzu. You're saying it wrong.
Sorry.
But you're right. The ancient teachings and stylings of one Lao Tzu, he would say, you can't change the unchangeable.
Okay.
You're the only variable.
Yeah, don't try to make me feel bad.
Yeah, no.
You make it worse.
KVJ, dirt of the day. It's the KVJ, dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away. Cause you know we need that dirt of the day.
Well, there's a little bit of drama over a dress that Lady Gaga wore to the Golden Globes. Was it stolen? Did the person who stole it now try to hit it on the auction block and make some money? I'll give you the full story coming up in just a second. Before we get into that, G-Eazy, the rapper, has a new sauce coming out, and he's big into like chicken sauces.
Oh, he is.
So he put a message out to his fans on Friday night in Chicago and said, hey, I want to buy the first 100 of you that respond to free chicken with all my sauces. You can try everything out. The first 100 of you to RSVP, I'll send you directions, tell you where in Chicago to go to get your free chicken and my sauce. And he delivered. About 100 fans showed up to Nando's in Chicago. They got 25 chicken platters.
Oh, wow.
300 wings, tons of sides like mashed potatoes, fries, spicy rice, peas, garlic bread, and each of them left with a bottle of his new sauce.
And this is who?
G-Eazy, the rapper.
G-Eazy. He has to do a G-Eazy cheesy, right?
You should.
A G-Eazy cheesy sauce?
That could be great.
make
Yeah.
sense.
Real
A lot of
great.
marketing opportunities in that name. Easy Bake Oven.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Jennifer Aniston says that they are working on something. I know a lot of people are excited about the possibility of a Friends reunion. Here's Jen talking about what they're up to.
All right, enough.
Yeah.
You're acting like the Spice Girls.
They could be making a recipe, or it's probably something like that.
Well, they've been. She joined Instagram, and it was all
Yeah.
Instagram blew up.
There's talk. They might be doing a movie though. That's the new thing because the Office might be doing a movie as well.
There's a bunch of pictures of them all together on her Instagram. I mean, they've been together
Yeah.
like multiple times, which makes you think, okay, they're working on something.
Yeah, they're all good friends. I wonder what they'll do. They don't seem like they want to touch the old Friends franchise.
I don't think they do a show, but I think they might do a movie. I'm calling it right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And finally here, Lady Gaga's dress, her Valentino gorgeous dress from the 2019 Golden Globes is now a point of contention between a few people. Now, what happened is she was staying at a hotel for the Golden Globes, and the night of the awards, I guess the dress got left in the room. The maid who cleaned the room found the dress, took the beautiful dress to the lost and found. And then they, I guess, tried to call Gaga's people. Nobody got back to them about the dress. They waited like a few weeks, a few months maybe even, and nobody claimed the dress. And so the maid was given the dress by hotel security, and they said, you can do whatever you want with it. She took it to an auction house and tried to put it up on the auction block. Originally, I guess some of the people from the Valentino camp made an incident report when they found out it was up on the auction block. But now yesterday we heard that it will continue. The auction will continue as planned. And if you want to get your hands on that beautiful blue dress that Lady Gaga wore to the Golden Globes, it will be auctioned off coming up very soon. Fascinating. And that's what's going on in your dirt. Brought to you by the Feast of Little Italy. It happens this weekend. It's Italian food and culture and music. Come and join us starting on Friday for all kinds of fun right there at Abacoa Town Center.
This is the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
All right, Jbird, what you got on your mind today?
So I hear a knock on the door yesterday.
Uh-oh, the stalker's back.
No, but every time I do hear a knock, I do fear.
Yeah.
And it was one of my neighbors from across the way. And what she was doing was she was reminding everybody for Halloween to, if you're going to give out peanut butter treats, put a sign out just in case somebody has a peanut butter allergy, because you don't want to get somebody in trouble or get somebody sick. My question is, let's say you do give somebody peanut butter M&Ms and they have a reaction, but you didn't know. Can you get in trouble for that?
No.
Okay.
It's on the person eating the candy on Halloween to make sure that it's nut free.
In your opinion, annoyed by the neighbor doing that, or okay, public service announcement, or kind of like, all right, mind your own?
It's kind of like, duh.
I
mean, if I'm the mother of a child with a peanut allergy, I'm so all over this. I don't need anybody walking around door to door telling people not to give out peanuts. I understand that people are going to give out peanut candies and Reese's.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And as a mother, it's my job to intercede.
Well, she wasn't saying you couldn't give peanut butter stuff out. She was just trying to remind people of, if you're going to give out peanut butter something, have a sign and say, hey, we have peanut butter candy here, to let everyone know, just so they know. Because I know me. I mean, I'll have a cocktail or something. I'm not going to remember what I'm giving out.
Yeah, that's on the parent of the child. That's not up to the person giving out candy.
Yeah, I kind of think that too, because, the only thing that kind of scares me about what she's doing with that is, let's say that you have a little whiskey or two, and you forget to put up your little sign, it just doesn't happen, and then they come around, and, there's somebody that's upset at how dare you hand out peanut candy without a sign and this and that. And I'm kind of with Virginia, if I had a kid that had a nut allergy, I would be the person that would be the buffer. I'm like, you guys do you, and we understand this is a peanut world, and we've got a child with a peanut allergy, and so I'm going to I know those areas. I'm going to run a buffer for the kid to make sure that it's safe and do that. And I'm not going to expect the rest of the world to try to remember with everything else they have going on. And I'm definitely not going to give them a hard time if they don't.
Exactly.
I agree with y'all.
Yeah.
People aren't going to make signs, y'all. I just know how people are.
I've never seen a sign. That's why I'm like, I don't know if that's not going to be a very popular thing.
Yeah.
It's on the parent of the child. And it's hard. It's a big job.
It'd be an extra challenge. I probably, my wife and I, we probably tag team it, and one of us would stay, on the sidewalk with the child, and the other would go up and just kind of scout out and be like, hey, do you guys have peanut butter stuff? And take a look around, and then be like, hey, it's cool, come on up.
Maybe as the parent, you carry the jack-o'-lantern, the little plastic thing where the candy goes, and you inspect everything.
Is peanut the only one that's like that, where everyone loses their mind and you can get severely sick? Can you think of another ingredient where people get severely ill from it?
I get nauseous when I eat circus peanuts.
Yeah, well, that's because they're terrible.
I think peanut's the worst.
Yeah, I know it's the worst.
But there's also other nut allergies, too, not just peanut.
But it's the nut family.
Right.
The nut seems to be the problem.
I think there's dairy. There's all kind of stuff. There's egg.
I don't know. It seems like the nut is the one that is really leading the charge just to scare the hell out of people.
And what is it? Is it teal pumpkins? What do people live out?
Teal pumpkins, if you put that out, that means you have alternatives to candies.
Okay.
It means you have like little toys and stuff.
Some weird rules for Halloween these days. Teal pumpkins.
We got different challenges in today's world.
Got to give a peanut butter letter out now.
Someone texted in and said, yeah, my son has many allergies on a strict diet due to a chronic disorder. I look at the candy before he picks it or he's even given to him. I've already purchased candy that he can have. So when we get to a house that he can't have it, I'll put in from the candy I bought.
That's got to be nerve-wracking, though. You have to probably beat that into your kid's head as a kid. You cannot eat peanuts. Do not eat peanuts. You have to, and
it's tricky because what about when they're not with you?
That's what I'm saying.
What about when they're at school or they're at a birthday party
They get their
and
independence.
somebody's grandma doesn't know and hands them a piece of something?
That's what I mean. You'd have to beat it into their head to the point where that kid, you can trust the kid knowing on their own they're able to do it.
I would be a horrifying helicopter mother if I had a child with a peanut allergy.
I would not handle it well.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm a peanut butter lover, so it'd be a
I know.
struggle for
It would
me.
be a big struggle, but I mean, you got to do what you got to do, and you got to always carry that EpiPen.
We used to work with a girl who she couldn't eat cheese. Even if she smelled it, she'd get sick. But
Really?
yeah, cheese would just, she was allergic to it. Could you imagine being allergic to cheese?
I don't want to live.
Oh.
Somebody texted in and said that people also have allergies to strawberry flavoring.
Oh.
Okay, so we rule on the woman that knocked on my door. Annoying. Okay. All right.
She probably has a kid with a peanut allergy, and she's trying to put it on you.
I think I'm going to have trick-or-treaters for the first time this year. I'm in that wide open area. A lot of traffic there. Great for trick-or-treating and prowling.
You should put out some decorations so they know that you're trick-or-treat friendly.
I'll put a teal pumpkin out with a peanut butter letter.
Yeah. What you got on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, I brought you a gift today, Jbird.
Ooh.
The gift of Spanx.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, okay.
We were
Yes.
talking about this yesterday, and every girl listening knows that wearing Spanx under your clothes just smooths everything out. Naturally, we all have little bumps and ridges and little fat pockets that we don't love. And
Tell me, girl.
what Spanx does is it kind of just sucks everything in and makes everything look contoured and beautiful. So I brought you in two different options. I brought you in nude color,
Ooh.
and I brought you
Nice.
in black with lace.
Oh, Virginia.
So depending on, how scandalous you want to be.
I mean, it is only Tuesday. We'll save the lace for maybe tomorrow.
Save the lace for the weekend.
So I put this under my thingy. And
Take everything off. Go in the bathroom. Take everything off. Don't do it in here.
when I said thingy, I meant my stomach. Okay. That sounded weird.
Yeah, you put that on under it. The only thing that you can leave your underwear under your Spanx.
Me and Virginia were talking. We think Elvis Presley is the first one that possibly came up with the Spanx or the Manx because he had a girdle. He had to wear a girdle when he got heavy to suck all of the extra weight in.
First man that we know that was wearing a girdle. I mean, because the girdle was around for a while. It was used to be a corset back in the day. Going way back.
Chicks have been rocking it forever.
Well,
Hundreds of years.
Remember our little heart conversation yesterday talking about Elvis? He's the first one. Do you not remember that?
No.
Really?
We had a heart-to-heart?
Was that not you?
Are you sure it was with me?
I'm sure of nothing these days.
What's going on?
Oh, man. How long do you got?
I was just excited to be sharing my girl things with you. The Spanx are just, you're in the circle now.
Well, thank you.
You're one of us, girl.
Can I get out of the circle?
Who did you have this conversation with?
I don't know, but I had a
Okay.
heart-to-heart with somebody about how Elvis
Was not
was
me.
the first one to have the Manx. and
I don't know what
Yeah.
you're talking about.
Sounds like a dream, maybe.
It's all possible.
All possible. How's the diet going, by the way? I know you got the treadmill going. Yeah.
I'm struggling. With some things. I'm just struggling a little bit. That's
Okay.
all.
Yeah.
But
Did you get on the treadmill yesterday?
I didn't.
Okay.
I was really hoping for a Dolphins win. I was pretty
Yeah.
distraught until about the fourth quarter. I just surrendered.
Yeah.
I started reading some Lao Tzu, Kev.
Oh, that was it, huh?
Yeah, and I had a whiskey.
Okay. Okay.
Any pizza?
I did not have pizza.
Okay, there
I
you
didn't.
go.
I had grilled cheese last night. A little grilled cheese party.
Oh, that's fun stuff.
It was fun.
That's good. That's good. What is it about a corner nose zit? If you ever have one of these, like I don't get a lot of acne, I'm a dude, but yeah, I mean, man, you get these things. It is like there's something. Like you can get a regular zit, like on your cheek, your chin, something like that. Not that big a deal. You get that one that's right up by the corner of your nose. It is the most painful thing. Like if you touch it, you could drop me to the ground.
It'll make your eyes water.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Like what is going on? Like right here, and how do you get those things? And it's just tucked up right up in the corner, like right by your nose. What is up with that thing?
You need to go see my esthetician because they have this amazing
I don't have time
thing.
for that, Virginia.
Well, they zap it now, and they kill all the bacteria in there, and then it dies.
No way.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
Oh, that's fun.
It's pretty amazing.
Then you get that like just at your home. That's crazy.
I think they do have home ones too.
Really?
But they're never as good as if you go to the spa and the esthetician does
I'd like
it.
try that.
It zaps it.
Is it a big old like hunky like ton of machine or
No,
is
it's like a little pen she's got.
Oh, man.
And she puts it because they do it for teens.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
teens that are going
Yeah.
through the
Oh,
acne
right,
thing.
yeah.
They just zap all the zits and then they die.
it? No way.
You got to go on a regular basis if you're a teenager struggling with acne.
Yeah.
But imagine that. You go like once a month and your whole life has changed.
Well, somebody wants to show off one of the pens. I got one that thing looks like Rudolph's nose, and it's like right up there in the corner.
I can
And
call and see if they'll bring it in.
It'd be an interesting case study because I just like today I was just kind of like touching my mustache, and I was like, ow! I'm like, oh my gosh! I'm like, what is that? I'm like, oh good heavens! Look at that thing! Why is that thing so painful?
I'll call my girl Emily right now.
Oh, that'd be fun.
I'll see if she'll come
See
bring
what
it
it
by
does.
and
Yeah,
zap you.
because this thing is prime and it's got attitude. It's got teeth. It's like, it's angry zit.
Sometimes they can make you sneeze too. It's weird.
Oh, yeah.
Pimples can totally trigger a sneeze button.
Like I said, this thing could drop me right now if you just touched it.
Did you have bad acne as a teenager?
I didn't have bad acne, but when I would get one, it would be like that cystic kind that's like it's below the skin and it like hurts.
Those things are weird.
And then when
yeah.
it explodes, it's huge.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Just feel lucky, Kev, that Virginia didn't call you out about your nose pimple in front of a group of people like she normally does.
I didn't see it.
I want to do it first. Well, it's I kind of got like whiskers and everything kind of covering it up, and I didn't even notice it. And it was just like I was like, oh, what is that?
Anytime we have a blemish, we make sure we call it out first before Virginia does.
Got to get on first. You gotta
the whole 8 Mile concept.
you gotta get on that.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
I was talking about my nose zit, and a lot of people want to know this esthetician, Virginia. Where do people find these for?
So it's where I go, that Nouveau place on Clematis. Her name is Emily, and she does all kinds of beautiful skincare stuff. But one of the many things she showed me was on Magnolia, how she could like zap little zits with this little zappy pen. Kills all the bacteria in there. And then if you go like on a regular basis, your skin will clear up big time.
That'd be huge. I've seen some of those kids. It's tough. It's like a medical condition you get, and it's just crazy.
It's genetic.
Yeah, it's
you
terrible.
know, a lot of times it's not the fault. It's not the cleanliness routine. It's just it's life, baby. It's hormones. It's just it explodes on your face. But if you could go once a month and just zap them all, it could change your life.
Mm-hmm.
And don't believe Cindy Crawford's infomercial late at night talk about how she can knock out any acne, knock out wrinkles. That is a lie. There's no magical Ireland bean she claims to put in her lotion.
There's not, huh?
No, it's not real, Kevin.
Okay. All right. So, if anybody's doing that, it'd be really cool. What a great way to cure. How cool would that be if you start to get a zit and you just take a little pen, go, and it just zaps it.
And it doesn't even penetrate, so it stays on the outside of your skin. It's like a little electric thing that literally zaps it.
Kind of like a blue light type thing?
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it just, it goes zzz and zaps it, so it doesn't have to poke you necessarily.
Somebody want to know, like, how much is it very costly to do these procedures?
I don't think it is. I think it's pretty affordable.
Okay.
For what you get, for the life-changing results,
all right.
I think it's about the cost of a regular facial.
All right. Something to look into. So what are the 5 things you need to do to start your day off right? They were polling people saying, okay, what are the things you do? You say, okay, when I do this, then my day is going right. And what do you think number 1 is? What do you think number 1 thing people say they got to do to start their day off right?
Shower.
Okay. What do you think, Jbird?
Pee. That's
Yeah.
you got to. I can't even finish my sleeping.
Pee in the shower.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not
Put it all
above-
together.
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah. Number one thing was drink coffee. That's number one. 50% of people, half people out there say that if I want to start my day off right, I got to get right to the coffee. And I think a lot of people, it's a psychosomatic. They're like, if they can't, they feel like I'm not functioning if I don't get a drink of coffee.
I get it, because some people wake up and they're groggy and they're just not morning people. As soon as I take that shower, I'm good.
Do we have any Cuban coffee here? I could use a pick-me-up this morning. Do we got any of the good stuff?
We have Nespresso, yes.
Ooh, Kevin.
Yeah.
Okay, it might be an espresso kind of day.
I've been dabbling with, I've never been a coffee drinker, and I'm hearing about some of the health benefits, including chasing away fat. That's my big thing right now. So I'm starting to think about it. Maybe I might become a coffee drinker.
I'll do it like in the afternoon if I didn't get a nap and I need I gotta power through so I don't fall asleep at the bus stop waiting for these kids.
What's your stance on breakfast today?
I don't think I want to do breakfast today. Yesterday we had a waffle party and I feel guilty about eating that waffle, so I'm gonna skip.
I'm like,
What are you all putting on your treadmill these days?
It's a clothing rack.
Why do you guys gotta fat shame me?
I'm just curious. I mean, you've been talking about this diet. We're going to start at the treadmill, and the treadmill's here. And
I'm gonna make it
it doesn't
happen.
sound like the diet's really starting, and the treadmill's already starting to collect
Treadmill's
dust.
about to be here going on a week.
I've used it.
I'm just curious what it's being used for.
I have used it. All right, I don't need your judgment.
If you want to air dry clothes, Virginia, they got that one rail down the side, each side. You can fit 2 to 3 T-shirts.
All of your
on each rail.
delicates.
Yeah,
Good news is I only need one outfit these days. I don't even need 2 or 3
That's true. You're
t-shirts.
good. That's what I'm wondering. What are you going to do with this treadmill?
I need to stop. I need to start working this fupa off. But
How are the Spanx treating you? I know you left during the break and went and put on the Spanx.
I honestly feel like they've made me look fatter. If that's
What?
yeah, I think you've given me trick Spanx. Honestly. I'm looking in the mirror. I'm like, I don't know. That bald wasn't there earlier.
Fat Spanx. Those are very counterproductive. I would never.
Yeah, no, that's tough.
Yeah, it doesn't look good.
Would you like to have a gut? How about man boobs?
Are you too trim?
I'm gonna make some changes. It's gonna work. You know me. It always takes me about a week or 2 to get into it.
Yeah, okay.
Always.
Gotta get that groove going.
You're right.
I got you. Number 2 thing that people say they need to start their day off right: exercise.
Ugh. I don't have time.
They say though, if you can wake up in the morning and do some cardio,
Yeah.
you burn more calories throughout the day. It's the best time to exercise.
Yeah, I just seen that report last week. Another one to come out about that. Yeah.
But you're at a different level though. You're an animal.
Yeah, and then I'm shaving an hour off of my sleep time. Ugh.
People who wake up real early and do that CrossFit stuff in the morning.
It's crazy.
They
I
are,
don't know how they do that.
They're just so annoying.
You're better than me.
You are, and you're more annoying.
Smile and think something positive is tied with exercise. So people are like going, I don't think I'm going to work out. I'm just going to sit here and think of something positive.
The waffle party.
It's easier. Waking up early. A lot of people are doing that these days, realizing how productive you can be before, if you've got kids or a spouse, you get up and start cranking. A lot of people swear that's the most productive time of their entire day. No distractions. You get right at it. You've got great maximized energy, and you can really knock a lot of important things out early.
I get it. When all of your little tax deductions are still tucked away in bed,
Yep.
you can actually get a lot done.
And then meditate is right up there. The 5 things that majority of people say they do to start off their day.
It
What you
is.
gotta do.
I think it's important.
Yeah.
I can see a difference in my own self if I do and I don't.
Yeah.
Are you still doing it?
Doing what?
Meditation?
No, gave it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the app he was using for free wanted to start charging him.
They did, yeah.
And then he was like, nah, forget it.
Yeah. And I didn't know that I didn't notice anything radical. I'd given it enough time where I was like, okay, is it really doing a lot?
You want to
And-
be frugal more than you want to be peaceful.
Yeah, there were other things I'm like, I think there are other things that time is very tight. There are other things I wanted to do.
It's not for everyone.
That's not.
Much like, onions.
And they were saying, I think some people with anxiety and some things like that, they said that meditation actually turned out, there's a study last week said it's bad for you.
Uh-oh.
Because as they try to quiet their mind, they started freaking out.
Well, I think that's a misleading study, but I don't want to get into a meditation.
Oh,
off
it is?
with you.
Okay. All right. Don't believe everything you read.
Well, I mean, if you want to see the poster child for anxiety, it's sitting next to you.
If you want to see the poster child for rude, you've been working with her for too damn long.
That's right. Coming up here in a couple of minutes. Speaking of rude, tough, what are the things that only exist to make us angry?
Kardashians.
Yeah.
Dirt of the day.
Yeah. All good.
Coming up in your dirt, 3 Kardashian stories.
Virginia's laugh. I mean, I can keep going, Kev.
Yeah, okay. This definitely got my attention when they said that daylight saving time only exists to make us angry. I'm like, yes, okay, thank you. Not a big fan of it. I think more people have jumped on the bandwagon. Hopefully it's something we get rid of pretty quick. I'm not a big fan of it. I just don't, the clock moving around, all that kind of stuff, just stupid.
Isn't it this weekend?
It's coming up.
I think it's this weekend.
Might be, because it's getting pretty dark.
It is this weekend because I know I'm going to Oregon, losing hours, and then coming back and gaining them, but I'm also gaining. There's a good chance
You're going to be a wreck.
Oh, my goodness. Wow.
I don't know if I'll be back by Tuesday.
Jet lag and all kinds of daylight savings.
Whoa, my man, you're dealing with a lot of stuff there.
I'm dealing with a
You're
lot.
going to be missing flights.
So I was supposed to be back here Monday night at midnight. Which is that 11 or is that 1? I don't even know with the time change. Or do I add on 3 hours because it's Oregon
Oh,
time?
boy.
Who's going with you?
Don't worry. Bird always finds his way back to the cage. Don't worry.
I feel like you need a nanny.
I don't.
Just for this trip.
I don't.
This seems very bold.
I'm okay.
They'll figure it out one way or another, Virginia. Yeah, so they asked on Reddit the things that really only seem to exist to make people angry. Changing the clocks to and from daylight saving time was one of them. I get it.
Kale, restaurants that don't have refills anymore. It's not 1985. You got to have refills. Even your mom and pop places, you got to get with the times. I was at a restaurant that long ago, and they were still charging for refills. How dare thee?
Okay. Pop-up ads. They're really annoying. There is a site that I go to, and they hit you with 4.
I'll close out. If they start hitting me too much, I'm just like, that's it.
There's top, bottom right in a video. It comes up on the left-hand side.
I
and
can't.
You're just like, it's click, 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 click before you can even try to get to what you're doing. Like, they can't be effective.
No, they're more annoying.
Yeah. And they make you angry at the product. You're like going, whatever it is, I feel that rush of anger, and then I see what the product is, and in my mind, continually, every ad they have, it's only making me dislike that product more. I don't even know what it is. Yeah, they say the ones especially cover the entire screen are the ones like, okay, what are we doing with this? Clickbait headlines. That's pretty frustrating. Or like I went into one yesterday, and it is the one sometimes you got to click to keep getting the story. You click over, and they're just trying to like buy clicks. And it's really just such a gimmick and a racket that they do to make it look like, oh, look at how many people are engaged in your site.
I close out of that because they don't deserve your clicks.
Yeah.
And if they're going to trick you and they're going to falsify numbers like that, they don't deserve your clicks. And the story, I'm sorry, I'm just not going to get to learn.
Well, then you try to reverse and you try to go back, and then you have to go through every single one of them. You think you're just going to get out of the site,
No,
and you're not.
It's terrible. Yeah, those are very, very annoying. Things that really only seem to exist to make people angry. Automated call routers that make you enter info like your date of birth and your account number, which you then have to repeat once you finally get to talk to a person. Like, what was the point of getting here?
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why does that exist?
I thought you guys were collecting my information so that when the person finally comes on the line, it pops up in front of them and expedites the process.
No. You're just giving an extra step that is unnecessary. Long CVS receipts. Why?
Am I the only one that likes them? Because I think that they track what you've purchased and offer you coupons based on previous sales. So a lot of times I'll get coupons for stuff that I like that I buy at CVS. I go through them every time, all 3 feet of them.
They make great notes. You know, we just use them for like note paper to like leave. You just flip them over and you got streams of, CVS. So thank you for that. When we will have notes for other family members, we can use that.
Razors with this one blade. Why do they even make them still? You can't even cut through anything. All it does is cut your skin. It's horrible.
That is terrible. I didn't even know they still made those.
They still make razors with one blade.
Really? Wow.
It's just to anger people.
I mean, I got one that's got like 17 now.
The Mach 17.
Yeah.
Mach 17.
Plastic packaging that's impossible to open.
Every kid's toy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I know this isn't going to be it's going to be a controversial one, but I'm sorry. Paper straws are the worst. They anger me. I think they anger everybody.
It's right up there. So many people complain about them. Yeah, it's just we haven't gotten it right yet.
Yeah.
I know people be going, yeah, but there's sea turtles are eating the plastic straws. And I get it. Yeah, nobody wants that. But, man, nobody really wants these paper straws.
It gives me the chills when I drink out of it. I don't know. It's almost like nails to a chalkboard when I have that. The paper gets wet. Ugh,
Yes.
it does something to me.
It's kind of weird. And then I've had a few that, they collapse on you. And,
You get straw in your mouth.
yeah, it's not great. Other things people said, one-ply toilet paper only seems to exist to make people angry. Because if you ever had that where you get the one ply and then you punch right through it, it's the worst feeling ever. And there's this, you can't even match the anger you feel when you punch through your TP with that finger. Because you got quite a cleanup coming in front of you.
And now you're in the bathroom. Hopefully it's not a public one, cursing, and other people
Terrible.
hear you.
Oh, it's terrible. Yeah, it's not good at all. So there you go. Some of the stuff that people put. And another one was a debate that happened. People saying, okay, do you like the self-checkout counters, yes or no? I know a lot more places are doing them. You go to a Home Depot, they've got that kind of stuff going on. I think Publix now is going to start rolling them out more.
Really?
They are.
Yeah.
They are.
So it might be when you go to a Publix here in the very near future that you're going to be doing your own. Do you prefer those to having somebody check your groceries for you and then bag them?
If I have a few things, I prefer to do it myself. But if I have a bunch and I've got my annual grocery trip that I do, $200 worth of groceries, I do not want to ring that up myself because you don't have space to bag it in that little tiny space.
I just did that at Walmart by myself. It was about $200 worth of groceries and supplies.
I can't.
And it took forever. I bagged it horribly. I'm a guy that likes the help. I need the help.
You need the help. So you're going to be more for keep the people to help me out.
I do agree with Virginia, though. If you have a few items, it is pretty convenient. If you only have a few items.
If I'm literally running in that 24-hour Walmart on Indiantown Road at 4:45 a.m. to grab something for the show, it is so easy to run in and literally run out through the checkout. You can get out of there in literally 5 minutes.
If I'm at Publix, I always want to deal with the people who work at Publix. When I'm at Walmart, my gosh, I would have better help with somebody across the street living in a house to help me at Walmart. Not the best help.
Somebody say,
Sorry.
somebody said if you use the CVS app, the coupons will go to your CVS card. It makes it much easier. So you can eliminate doing the really long CVS receipts, apparently. So
okay.
there you go. All right, anything else you want to add, you can get through to us, 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. Celebrity birthdays today include Gabrielle Union. That's Dwayne Wade's wife. She's 47. I don't know if you saw the adorable photos with her and her little daughter. She did the cheerleading uniform just because Jbird's doing it.
She wasn't trying to reprise her role from Bring It On.
I don't think so.
It was all about the bird.
It was about Jbird's stunt he's doing for the Dolphins. Winona Ryder is 48 today. Got a couple of birthdays going on out there. Laura and Bailey have a fantastic 21st birthday. You're my favorite twins ever from the Williams and Anderson crew. Happy 23rd birthday to our daughter Janelle from Mom, Dad, Allison, and baby Muffin. Happy 3rd birthday to 3-year-old Callie. Love Mommy, Daddy, and Zane. You can see her sassy photo there on KVJ TV.
Oh, I love her little pumpkin dress.
Mm-hmm. It's
What a
cute, huh?
cutie.
And to Barb from Nikki, a happy birthday. That we just got in here. Mail at kvjshow.com. If you want to get your birthdays to us, you can. Just let us know here at the KVJ Show, and we'll get those for you. Got a game featuring 2 South Florida animals coming up. It is the FAU Florida Atlantic Fighting Owls versus the Florida International Panthers, Virginia.
Oh, an owl versus a panther. Who will win?
Oh, yeah. Goodness, that's going to be crazy. The game is coming up Saturday, November 9th, going to be at FAU Stadium. Got a pair of tickets for that. You can also go out there early and check out the FAU football block party starting at 4 p.m. The kickoff at 6. Tickets on sale at FAUsports.com. Or got a 4-pack of tickets to the Feast of Little Italy. Your choice. Here, if you somehow can eke out a win in our Dennys or Animal here today. All right. Jbird has got his man spanks on blitz.
Are you struggling, baby? What's the matter?
I don't mean to derail you, but I am
Look
struggling.
at Cousin Eddie.
Your boobs look lopsided.
I mean,
Yeah,
look at he's got a wife beater on. He's got that Cousin Eddie cap.
The spank is making me look terrible. It's making me look chubbier, Kevin. It's making me have man boobies.
Yeah,
How is that possible?
Hey, Dennis, can we do a still shot of Jbird right now and put him right next to Cousin Eddie from Christmas Vacation?
Oh, Kevin, please, let's not. I've read so much on the internet this last week.
It's the gift that keeps on giving, Clark.
Oh boy, that's something. All right, so you don't feel like the Spanx is working to tuck it all in?
Do I even have it on right? Is this on right?
I think you're twisted and you're...
Yeah. Supposed to, it just tightens up the bod, right?
Yeah, you got to pull her down.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's riding too high.
I think it looks good.
Thanks, Kevin.
It's all bunched up.
Oh, geez, Virginia just pulled your drawers up there.
Yeah, it's a dress. It's
Yeah.
not a shirt.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. Oh, bless your heart.
Okay.
No, you-
There
Okay,
we go.
now you're wearing
Yeah.
it right. He was wearing it like a shirt. It was all bunched up at his waist. Like, this makes me feel fatter.
Well,
I've
that's
never worn
why, yeah.
Spanx before.
That's why it was all bunched up. Okay, there we go. Now
There you go.
Yeah, no, that slimming effect right there.
Okay, yeah, that does
Yeah.
work.
See, okay, yeah.
Now look at you.
Yeah, looking good now.
Sexy beast.
Okay, there we go. Now it's working. All right, yeah, by the way, if you did not know, the Dolphins did not win last night. Fortunately, Jbird is in solidarity of their losing streak. That's 10 games in a row if you're counting back to last season.
Even though at one point last night the Dolphins were up.
Yeah, 14-0. It looked great, and then they called a play that was, you couldn't even explain it. It looked like the Dolphins were trying to lose, and that's why some people are suspicious that they are purposely trying to lose the game, because the play was so boneheaded that the coaches called last night.
It was.
It made no sense.
I don't even
It was
know-
like they gave the Steelers a touchdown, and they're like, oh, well, we thought it was a good play, a good idea, but...
I mean, I'm not the biggest football fan. Even I knew that was a dumb
Terrible
In a
play.
video game, you'd be like, why are you doing that?
Yeah, it was a terrible play, and the Dolphins gave up 27 points in a row and lost 27-14.
Boy, I tell you what, the optimism was high for a good 10 minutes.
I bet.
Dolphins up
They look
14
great.
nothing.
They look great right up until halftime. It looked fantastic. 14-0. Dolphins are going to get their first win. Jbird gets to take off the Miami Dolphins cheerleader uniform. It's all going to be perfect today.
I already had my outfit picked out.
Oh, you did.
I did.
He's going to have to wait.
I have a new Bigfoot shirt I've been waiting to sport.
Wow.
Do you miss wearing your regular clothes?
Very much so, yeah. Because if I have to take out the trash, I got to put this on, and it takes a minute to put on, as you can see.
Yeah. Well,
tight.
it is a 2-win Jet team that is coming in this week. So
What time's that game start? Because
1 p.m. on Sunday.
My sister's wedding is in the afternoon Oregon time. I technically could be out of this jacket or out of this uniform while in Oregon.
They're behind us, though.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me work this out.
This is going to be hard.
No.
What?
It'll play here first, and then I'll be in Oregon, and I'll get the results. Right? Oh, my head.
Oh, jeez.
And we got to figure out daylight savings
Yeah.
time, too. While you're dealing with jet lag.
it'll just be on at 10 a.m. there.
Yeah, then I will have a chance of wearing... You got it in my head. I was right.
10 a.m.
What time is the ceremony?
The game will be over by like 1:30.
Yeah.
1 to
it's
1:30 p.m. your time in Oregon.
late afternoon
Yeah.
Oregon
Oh,
time.
late afternoon.
There's a chance.
Yeah, and I thought so too. I gave the Jets too much credit. Looking at the app here, yeah, they're 1-6, so they're a 1-win Jet team against an 0-7 Dolphins team Sunday right here at home in South Florida. The Jets have a 58% chance of winning, but I mean the Dolphins, who I think last night were 9% chance, they've got a 42% chance of winning this game. They're giving them.
All right. There is hope, and that's all a man ever wants. It's just a piece of hope,
Oh yeah, that's it.
right?
Yeah,
That's all you need.
I think
Keep
you got a nice
hope
little slice of
alive.
hope. Yeah, Jets are favored by 5.5 right now. That is the spread of that. So there you go.
I'm sure the Jets will keep it quiet too. I'm sure there'll be no trash.
It'll be like a
talking.
home game for them, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be awful.
Yeah. All right, Dennys or animal here. We got Melissa from Port St. Lucie to play along. Hello, Melissa.
Hi, guys.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm actually on my way to work, and I listen to you guys every morning. Me and my fiance love you, so
Well,
always trying to call in. So I'm excited I got through.
well, get ready here. Hopefully you love animals just as much because this is a game of nature.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I can't wait.
What we got here is some animals, a lot of times in the real habitat, making noises. And you've got to try to tell us, is this the real animal or is this our producer, Dennys? Okay, you ready for this?
All right, I'm ready.
Okay, our first one here, this is a beaver in the woods. This is a beaver in the woods. What do you think? Is this Dennys or animal?
Ooh, that is kind of tough.
Yeah.
I've heard Sweet Miho make cries like that before.
Really?
Yeah.
When he can't find his weed.
Yeah. Oh, no. The cries of Dennys. What do you think here? Is that Dennys or animal here, Melissa?
I think I'm going to go with my gut, and I'm going to say it's Dennys.
Gonna go with Dennys on that. Is that Dennys? No. That is actually a real beaver in the woods. Yeah.
In her defense, it
Yeah.
does kind of sound like Denny's.
Yeah, Dennys might be part beaver.
I don't know. I'm hearing nothing but beeve.
Yeah.
That sounds like a beaver to me.
Okay. All right.
All right.
All right, I got to get myself together.
Yes.
Next one.
Can we help? Can we help?
Regroup.
I think I heard her on that one.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. All right, here we go. So that was a beaver in the woods. This is another action sound here. This is a dog barking at a doorbell. Every dog barks when the doorbell rings. What do you think about this? Is this Dennys or animal? You can hear the claws on the floor.
It sounded like a big dog, just like a German Shepherd or something.
I'm not sure. Yeah, and the panting, you could hear all that going on, and there's this howl. Yeah. Okay. All right. What do you think, Melissa? Is that Dennys or
All
animal?
right, I'm going to go with Dennys again, and I'm hoping I'm right.
Are you sure?
All right, she's gonna stick with it here.
Yes.
Is that Dennys? Okay, that is
Yay!
that is Dennys. Very nice. Wow. Okay. You rebounded here.
Back in it.
Yes. All right. Let's finish strong here. What we've got is cicadas in the night.
Ooh.
Which is just, it sounds like a YouTube sleep setting, doesn't it?
It does. It also sounds like we're running out of animals.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, this is cicadas in the night. What do you think? Is this Dennys or animal here, Melissa?
Wow.
That is
Impressive.
something here. Okay, I don't know. That is a tough one. Yeah.
That's tough.
How are you feeling?
Melissa, what do you think on that?
A little nervous.
Yeah,
I'm
I
going to
know.
say animal.
You're going to say animal on that? No. He's getting so good. That is actually, believe it or not, I know he's so deceiving. That is Dennys. You've got, man, 1 out of 3 correct there. We're going to have to hook you up with the consolation prize. Okay, Melissa?
All right, I'm so sorry, but thank you guys for letting me play.
Oh, you are so welcome. Yes.
Don't be sorry. I feel bad.
Well, I mean, that's all right. I mean, not everybody can win, Jbird. This is a tough game.
I wanted to help her.
It's a tough game.
When she got that wrong, you actually made an animal cry. You go,
I was so sad. Aw.
Wow.
and then she was so polite too.
She was a
Yeah.
doll.
She was. She was absolutely polite. That's okay. She's not leaving her empty-handed. She's going to walk away very happy. So
Okay.
It's all more about just learning about animal noises there. And Dennys is improving. I mean, how about that? I mean, can we just give it up one time real quick for Dennys, and I mean, amazing animal noises there.
Solid.
That last round was amazing for a lot of reasons.
Yeah, well, I thought so too. Well, there's a great video you need to check out. It is a music video for Virginia the Witch. It's on the KVJ Show YouTube channel. It's absolutely amazing. It's getting crushed. Everybody's checking it out. They're going and they're sharing it with their friends. They're saying, you got to watch this thing. That's why you got to go subscribe for free and ring that little bell there, because whenever we post a new music video like this, you'll be the first of your friends to go see Virginia the Witch right now on YouTube. Just look for the KVJ Show and you can find it right there.
This is the story of Virginia the Witch. She'll take the toughest man on earth and turn him into a bitch. She flies around all over the town, hopped up on liquor, wearing a black gown. Don't give her champagne or you'll soon regret, cause the more the witch drinks, the stronger the witch gets. It's a bird, it's a plane. No, it is a chick, and that chick on that broomstick is Virginia the Witch. Virginia's a witch, there is no doubt. All of South Florida better look out. Virginia the Witch is coming for you, and there's nothing that you can do. She's got a witchy nose, she's got a witchy laugh, she's got witchy farts coming out her witchy ass. Don't give her gassy foods or you'll soon regret, cause the more the witch farts, the stronger the witch gets. So if you hear that witchy laugh, you better start praying, cause you're about to get attacked. You better be suspicious of this witch because she is vicious. She eats men up for breakfast because she thinks men are delicious. Virginia's a witch, there is no doubt. All of South Florida better look out. Virginia the Witch is coming for you, and there's nothing that you can do.
Step off, bitch, cause I'm one badass witch. I'll burn you up worse than a case of jock itch. There's nowhere to run, there's nowhere to hide. I'm gonna stare you down with my big pink eye. I'm Virginia the Witch, there's nothing you can do. I'll get you, my pretty, and your little Dennys too.
Oh, bummer.
Virginia's a witch, there is no doubt. All of South Florida better look out. Virginia the Witch is coming for you, and there's nothing that you can do.
Ah, horrifying. There you go. You can see the green Virginia the Witch on there with her one normally colored hand. It is there on YouTube. Check out the video for Virginia the Witch.
It didn't have to be that way, Kev. Believe me, we were prepared to paint her whole body.
Yeah.
I had blue on both my hands.
But it had to go up her arm, and I knew when I asked her to put it on her boobs that's all I could ask for.
Yeah. And she wasn't going to have that one hand. So.
She put it on her boobs, which I was very happy about, but there was still white boob hanging out a little bit, too. That's why she looks all blue and green.
Yeah, it's amazingly done. So go check that out on YouTube. All right, I think it's time for another round of Better or Worse, More or Less here on the show. This is the game of self-perception where you reveal how you rate yourself against other members of the KVJ show. Week 1, we had Dennys. He was sizing himself up about how he really feels about how he ranks against me in certain categories. Then last week we had Virginia getting real with Jbird. That was kind of tough. And,
I'm used to it.
Yeah, right. Nothing new, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we're going to have everybody kind of subscribe to a letter here going in order. I'll be number 1 on the dice. Virginia 2, Jbird 3, Dennys 4, Suits 5.
Do a little dice game.
Yeah. So we're going to roll. The first number is going to be who's going to be sizing themselves up. And then dice number 2 is going to be against whom. I'll roll the first one. Dennys can roll the second. Okay, the first one is a 4. That means, it's Dennys again. So let's see who Dennys is going to be sizing himself up against this week.
Oh.
Jbird.
Miho versus Miho.
Wow. Okay. All right. This is going to be a very, very interesting.
Well, I love you. I think you're better at everything, Dennys.
Okay. All right. So we're going to see here. First question for Dennys is your answer can only be better, worse, more, or less here to this question. Are you better or worse looking than Jbird?
I can't go against this handsome mug right here. I'd say Bird, like a Kevin's got that all-American look to him. I would say that he's better looking.
Oh, you would? Okay. All right, so he gets the first one there. So
I don't think I've ever heard of All-American with me. All-American.
You got that all-American look.
Dennys, would you say your body is better or worse than Jbird's?
Right. I'd say right now mine's better.
Damn.
I know it's hard, but I'm also not
shaming me.
not wearing a cheerleading outfit either, so
Or Spanx.
a little bit more forgiving on my end.
I feel like I'm retaining not water. I think I'm retaining sauce.
Do you think that you are more or less kind than Jbird when it just comes to having a good heart?
Just as a whole, that's a tough one because Bird's pretty kind-hearted as well.
Yeah, he really is. Virginia, do you have any thoughts on this?
I mean, definitely it's Dennys.
I would say I pretty much don't interfere with anyone's life. I do my best not to interfere with anyone, and so I would take that as an act of kindness upon everyone that I'm pretty much uninterfering. But
Everybody
this is a
likes
tough
him. I mean, everybody likes
Hey,
Denny.
it's not, why are you talking? It's not about you.
Kevin asked me.
Good Lord.
Bird's pretty kind though too, so it's a tough one. That's a tough one. I would say just on a scale of more people, I might be kinder because I'm pretty much kind to everyone.
Okay.
Even if I just avoid people if they're unkind. So.
Okay, all right, that was a good, comfortable answer.
How do I keep getting picked? This is dice.
They're loaded
Full
dice.
dicey, yeah.
What is this?
You notice Kevin never comes up.
No, you're right. I
Not
just sit here
once.
and enjoy this game. Okay. The next question. Do you think you are more or less funny than Jbird?
It's hard to beat the Bird. I'd say the Bird is the funniest.
Okay.
The funniest and the smartest and the strongest. No, I do think he's the funniest, though.
Definitely not the strongest.
Okay. And the final question here for Dennys, and better, worse, more or less. Are you better or worse in bed, do you think, than Jbird?
Well, let's see. I know Bird's a workhorse.
Yeah.
First hand?
No, second hand.
Actually, sorry, but I believe if you want a horse here, we already have that covered, Jbird.
There we go. There's that
Yeah,
workhorse.
that's a workhorse in the bedroom right
Listen to
there.
that pony, right?
Yeah.
I'd say he puts it in. He puts it on the front end.
Put it in. Oh, Dennys. Can we even say that?
I mean,
That's a great choice of
What's
words.
in the word?
figuratively speaking.
Puts in the work.
Puts in the work. I'd say on the front end and the back end, he puts it in.
I bet he does.
Mijo, they're still driving the kids
No,
to school.
puts it into normal phrase. He puts in the work.
Not with the context of the content.
You're right. You're right. In hindsight. Well, I think you guys know where I'm going.
I don't.
I know where he's going. Anywhere he wants.
Fall apart, Mijo.
And the back end.
But I appreciate the kind words.
Simple answer. I think Bird.
We could have just come right out and said that. Okay.
Yes.
Very nice. All right. Interesting. There's no right answers. It's just how you feel, honestly.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's the 5 questions. I got more if you want
That
more.
was relatively painless. He's such a sweetheart, though.
Yeah, you only have to go through 5 there. And There you go.
I'm sorry. I'm a little shell-shocked from last week. I won against Virginia.
Yeah. You're right. That's it?
People still feel sorry for you for that. Mm-hmm. It was a lot.
Did you guys see the outcome of what happened with those girls that flashed on the World Series the other night?
They are never allowed to be at a Major League Baseball game again.
Banned for life.
Oh, I'm sure they're so brokenhearted over it.
Yeah, they don't care.
That was their first game.
Probably.
They did everything they set off to do.
Yeah, there were 3 women. I saw the video and there was only 2 that I had seen, but there were 3 women who I guess apparently flashed. It was during Game 5, the last one that happened. And I guess you had the last one tonight. Could be the final game of the World Series as it goes back to Houston tonight if the Astros win. It's all over. They lead 3-2. Now, I guess when they did this the other night during Game 5, the game was actually briefly held up and security escorted the models from their seats.
That's the 3 women. I'm showing Jbird a picture of the 3 women.
Are they triplets?
They do look very similar. They all work for like a naughty website, I believe. So that was part of it. I think the naughty website got them because the tickets were great. They were down low where when you're showing home plate, you could see them, kind of like Marlon's man does.
It's weird because they don't look like they're naughty.
They look like they're real fun.
Uh-huh.
They look real naughty.
Fun at parties.
And I love this angle, which is, come on. They say they wanted to raise breast cancer awareness.
I love it.
Anytime you do anything it's questionable in life, be like, no, I was doing it because I wanted to raise awareness for...
They're a real Mother Teresa.
Yeah, testicular cancer in penguins.
They also say that they believe in the whole free the nipple thing. You know, how men can go around topless and women can't. And so they were trying to prove a point.
I like to hear
equality.
I like to hear their message.
Yeah, I gotta say it honestly, it didn't bother me.
No, I agree.
I'm not one of those people who's gonna hold them down.
A nipple's a nipple's a nipple.
Yeah. They then posted up the letter that they actually got from Major League Baseball. It was an official typed letter.
Oh, they love it.
On letterhead. They posted that out there saying that they are banned for life from any Major League Baseball event.
And once again, baseball's doing it wrong.
Yeah. And, of course, they're on Instagram, and their names are everywhere, and you can go find them. And I'm sure it's going to be a nice launch for their Nazi film career and their Instagram accounts and all that kind of good stuff. So, ultimately, it's going to work out well for them.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about exposure, and they did it right.
Well, they got a story. They definitely got exposure, and they exposed themselves, and they got a lot of attention for it. And not to mention, too, that story. I mean, that's pretty impressive. I mean, if you're talking about the best places you've ever seen somebody flash on camera at a World Series game, ranks pretty high. Is there anybody that trumps that? Is there anybody that has a round that they're proud of?
The only thing that I can think of that got more people talking was, remember the live shot on New Year's Eve when they came to this crowd of people that was gathered and they were doing the countdown? I think it was even in New Orleans. And the people in the front row were actually getting it on.
I do remember that, but that wasn't as...
It wasn't as obvious.
Yes, it wasn't. And that wasn't flashing.
You didn't see any skin,
No.
but you definitely knew something that was going on.
Yes. So this is just specifically about flashing. I'm kind of curious if there's anybody that can think of one that is more prominent than the one that happened at the World Series. Is there a better one? And maybe you have one in your personal repertoire.
Question.
What's the most impressive place you ever flashed, Virginia?
It was an accident. I did not mean to, but probably on stage at the Vanilla Ice holiday block party.
Yeah, we were doing
boobies.
No,
What do you have for boobies?
No.
We were doing a snack pack performance, and we had all these little kids in the front row, and Mama forgot to wear her underwear.
Yeah.
I quickly changed into my elf outfit, and I forgot to put on my drawers. And then Bigfoot grabbed me and picked me up, and
I would say the overall look was shock.
Okay.
Sorry, kids.
Okay, so the most impressive flashings of all time. A lot of people are saying, of course, Janet Jackson at the Super Bowl.
That's huge.
Yeah, I don't know you can beat that. That changed lives. Okay, so we got the World Series. What else do we have? What are we forgetting? It's just going to become a thing. 3 girls have been banned for life from Major League Baseball events after they flashed during Game 5 of the World Series. And somebody sent me there was also one that happened during the Stanley Cup. There was a girl in a white dress that was right down on the glass. And she put them on the glass, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah. And there was a photo where there is a hockey player. He's holding the Stanley Cup above his head. And there she is with her dress pulled down. And as more people are like saying, oh, I want to fight this movement and women should be able to show off their boobies too if men can, then you're probably going to start seeing this a lot more often.
So a boob slip is different than a flash, in my opinion. Boob slip is accident. Tara Reid, because someone in the chat room goes, what about Tara Reid? But that was a nipple slip, and remember her boob was hanging out for 20 seconds.
Yeah, she was embarrassed, too.
Yes.
It wasn't like she did it on purpose.
Yeah, this is, the flashing is really an intentional. You see it at concerts. Girls are pulling their shirts up, and, that happens quite a bit. So it's definitely an intentional act that they do it. And the more attention you can get, I guess, the better. So you get points for that.
In 10 years, are we walking around the streets and we are just seeing everybody, not everybody, but guys and girls with their shirts off in 10 years?
10 years, it depends upon where it is. Might be quick, but some cities, I think you're actually allowed to, like in New York City and some of the bigger, more liberal cities, you can do that, and you'll probably start seeing that more frequently. That in 10 years, it'll probably be like, oh, well.
But if you go to Publix and someone's, they walk in Publix and they walk out, oh, it's really hot. They just take off their shirt. Are you going to see that? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't even know. Even guys in Publix, certain places, are you allowed to have your shirt on? I know some places where they serve food.
No shirt, no shoes, no service.
I'm talking about someone walking out of Publix, like, oh, it's hot out here. Let me just take off my shirt. Well, we live in a time like that.
Maybe.
If we did live in a time like that, would you ever let those things fly?
No, me?
Ever?
No, I wouldn't.
Well, that's just it, because a lot of people are going, I can't wait for that day. You got to keep in mind, you got to take the good with the bad, and they're not all going to be great. There's going to be some that you're going to see that you'd be like, I'd rather not. But
look, I'm doing you a favor. I'm going to keep them tucked away.
Some of the other ones that people suggesting, some of the most impressive flashes of all time. The Janet Jackson is number one. Girl at the hockey, girls at the World Series. Do you remember Drew Barrymore flashing on David Letterman?
Yes.
I do.
Okay.
Yep.
People are ranking that up there.
I think she stood on his desk and did it, right? Didn't she do something like that?
She did. She was very proud. And still to this day, he loves her.
Yeah. Most people ranking that high. Also, I don't know if you've seen this. Somebody said, I want to vote for that girl that was flashing at the Post Malone concert. I don't know if that was the ones here in South Florida, but apparently it's a big meme that's going around now on social. I have not seen that one yet. So apparently that's one that just recently happened that somebody's saying that that is a big one. Got one you want to share with us, one that we left out, 877-979-WRMF.
This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach. Here's what's coming up on the Dirt of the Day. Dirt of the Day.
Well, coming up in your Dirt of the Day, it sounds like John Legend and Kelly Clarkson are doing something that's pretty funny. I'll tell you what it is. It's a whole Christmas project coming up in your Dirt.
Entertainment updates 5 minutes after every hour from the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
Talking about your epic flash stories. 3 girls banned for life from Major League Baseball for flashing on camera, Game 5 of the World Series. Got Karen on here from Port St. Lucie.
Yeah, Pizzle!
What is your ultimate flash story, Karen?
Well, I don't know if they still do Fleet Week in Fort Lauderdale, but we were just, my cousin and I, we were out, and we were on our small little boat, and we wanted to see all the big boats, so we went down to the port, and we were down there. I decided needed to support the crew, so we flashed the Navy. All of them.
God bless America.
That's how you do.
USA.
Everybody can do the part. USA. What? USA. USA. Yeah. That's right.
You made their day.
Yeah.
And that's awesome.
Everybody doing their part.
I'm totally shocked that a girl from Port St. Lucie flashed somebody.
I know, right? Here we go. I love it. For our servicemen and women. Very nice.
I remember when I went on a boat ride with Virginia and some of her friends. Some of her friends were flashing all these people working and stuff.
There were construction guys working on the bridge right there at the North Palm Inlet. And, we had a little bit to drink.
Oh,
and
you had?
A few of my frisky friends thought it'd be funny to flash the construction guys working on the bridge. And about 2 of them almost fell off the bridge.
Me being one of them.
Jbird almost fell out the boat.
Good times. Is it possible that flashing might be a cure for road rage? Judy's on here from Boynton. This is an interesting strategy. What happened with a guy that was road raging and tailgating here, Judy?
We were on 441, and my sister was driving, and this guy just kept trying to cut us off. He was shooting us birds and just making terrible gestures, and we couldn't get him to stop. So I was getting nervous. I was getting scared, and I didn't know what to do. And I'm a very large-breasted girl, size J cup. So I just lifted up my bra and shot him my boobs. And his car just stopped, and his mouth was wide open, and he left us alone.
Did you say a J cup?
Yes.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, that would stop traffic.
That would. And how smart of you.
Yes.
You diffuse the situation. You use those puppies
Yes.
for good.
It's a lesson for all of us, isn't it?
Proud of you.
Yes, very nice. Thank you. You're giving a nice lesson for us today, Judy. We appreciate that. Well, coming up here, we've got your real-life ghost stories. If you have one, getting all prepped, because I believe tomorrow we are going to have Jbird's real-life ghost story here on the show.
We'll have the footage, yes.
Oh, so we can finally see the ghost keeping you awake at night.
I'm editing it up right now so I can get you right to the important clips.
So before we get to that, yeah, I wanted to make sure that we got everybody else's. Kind of lead up to them.
How should we do that? Should I let you guys watch it live on the air tomorrow to get your natural reaction? Is that how you want to handle it?
Yeah, I think that's cool. Yeah, I would like to, kind of be surprised. You're like, oh, wow, And
or Virginia, see, this is stupid.
That's always...
I'm prepared for that. I'm prepared for all the people who hate ghost talk and think I'm lying.
That's always the gamble of waiting is you're like, okay, if it's not...
And if it's not good, you know what? The world will still go on.
Okay. All right. So
right?
Right? You've only been building this up for 3 weeks.
I get it.
It has been, yes.
It's been a while.
It's like waiting for a Kanye tour, isn't it?
There's no way I don't get any kind of... I'm going to get some hate.
Just breathe and think about Lao Tzu or whatever you were talking about.
Lao Tzu, yes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm reading some ancient teachings and texts. It's calming me, Virginia.
Keeps you peaceful.
It does.
Don't read the comments.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
I thought this is a kind of interesting way to identify somebody that was killed in a military strike. You probably heard on the regular Real People news about how we took out that ISIS leader,
Yes.
Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, the leader of ISIS. Probably heard maybe a little bit about the dog that has been recommissioned.
Yes.
Because of it. That's all kind of a big story. But this is one that I don't think necessarily made the mainstream news. Did you hear how they actually identified to make sure that it really was that guy, Abu?
How?
They used his drawers. Kurdish forces say that they tested a pair of his underwear to confirm it was him, and the DNA came back that it was. So I'm just kind of curious, when he heard the bombs, did he soil himself and they took DNA from that to be like, yep, it's Abu?
Or when he died, did it just kind of come out?
I don't know.
He set off his own suicide vest.
He did.
Nice guy, killing 3 of the kids that were with him.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, real nice guy.
Really?
Yeah, real good guy.
Yeah. Well, there you go. So apparently that's, they take you out in those attacks. That's how they find out it was really you. They check your drawers. So I don't know. If you don't wear underwear, how are they ever going to know who they killed? I don't know. He didn't have underwear. I have no idea who it was. There's a guy that's been sacked after posting a meme to his personal Facebook page, which referred to pooing at work. Cody Hidalgo from New Boston shared a meme which shows Elmo from the Muppets on the toilet with a caption that says, "Boss makes $1, I make a dime. That's why I poop on company time." He thought it was clever. His boss did not, and he fired.
Oh.
Yeah.
Your little comedy is not welcome here.
Gosh, that is tough. Yeah, I'm just wondering, how many people getting sacked for their social media?
A lot.
Unless you really love the job, you're probably actually kind of proud of that one, aren't you?
Definitely.
Yeah, that's what I thought. There's a woman in Utah that texted her husband's mistress from her husband's phone
Uh-oh. Okay, I like her move.
to ask if she'd help him cover up a murder. See what she's doing there, Virginia?
I do.
Yes. Well, let's just say the mistress called 911. The cops got involved, pieced it all together, figured out that it was the wife who was trying to get the mistress into trouble, and it all backfired.
Ah.
So on top of getting cheated on, now she's got to deal with those kind of legal problems. There is a Pennsylvania woman that was not real happy after she was cheated on and was forced to pay $7,500 in divorce fees to her scumbag husband. Now, Pennsylvania, like Florida, is a no-fault state, and she owed him the money even though he had wronged her. So she decided to pay the $7,500 in coins, 350 pounds of coins. And that was how she got her own little subtle bit of revenge, Virginia.
Small victories.
I guess.
You have to hold on to them.
There's a man that got arrested after tossing a pair of nunchucks at a car during a road rage attack in Tampa.
You can't do that.
The 56-year-old man said he was cut off by the white van while he was driving, and he got mad and threw a pair of nunchucks at the van, shattering the driver's rear window. Then he got arrested on several charges, including throwing a deadly missile into an occupied car. If only this man were listening to the KVJ show, he would know the best way to fight off road rage is not with nunchucks, it's with a pair of boobies.
Flash them.
Yes. That's how you diffuse road rage. A 56-year-old burglar in Maryland was running from the cops earlier this month, and he scaled and jumped a 12-foot wall to get away.
That's tricky.
Then, if that wasn't impressive enough, he jumped it again when there were cops on the other side. Unfortunately for him, his athletic feats didn't pay off, and the cops eventually did catch up with him and arrest him, but very impressive nonetheless for 56. Well, there's a lot of things people are outraged about today. Changed the alphabet song, and now a woman in Scotland has had the audacity to draw eyebrows on her 6-week-old baby as a joke.
What?
You ever seen those kind of like big old my daughter does that. It's a big old eyebrows.
That's
crazy.
funny.
Why are people so mad about this?
Well, they call it child abuse.
Why? Did she throw the eyeliner at her?
I don't know. I mean, unless these are tattooed on eyebrows or she carved it out of the baby's skin, I don't really know why this is child abuse.
Child abuse? Oh, people need to get a hobby.
It's just her being silly. Leave her alone.
My gosh, people. Jeez.
That's child abuse?
Do you have nothing better to do?
It's kind of a cool idea, Jbird. Sounds like what you might want to do with Dennys here. 6 childhood friends and their spouses in Tennessee pooled their money last year to buy 32 acres of farmland so they could build houses and live in their own neighborhood.
I love this.
They created it. They live in it.
Yeah.
They run it.
I love it.
It's a great idea.
Yeah, so it's the 6 couples and their 17 kids all grown up together. Kind of like in this cul-de-sac kind of thing they put together. How awesome is that, huh?
Yeah, cul-de-sac or a cult.
Cult-de-sac.
Cul-de-sac,
One of the
yes.
two.
So there you go. Some pretty cool stuff. And that is your whacked out news.
This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
So I think Pete wants to bounce something off of us, but I don't think it's just us. I think it's everybody. He would like to see if anybody's had this kind of experience, something he's noticing with his best friend. Now, Pete, what is going on with your best friend? At least as you've known your best friend's always been gay, correct?
Yeah, and that's, I've known her forever, and ever since I've known her, she's just been into women. It's a sort of thing.
Okay.
But now she says she's straight. She just claims God has shown her the light, and now she's straight.
Okay.
So I started thinking about it. And I was, I go to church, but she went to this different church. And in January, she started going to this new church. I call it a cult because they're kind of like more about being a member of the church than the sort of the faith thing. But ever since then, she's become like a totally different person. And I'm telling you, this woman does not find men attractive. Her entire life, all she's told me, all I've ever seen her be is attracted to women. I'm a straight man, and trust me, she's gay. Okay? But now that she's been going to this church, is she straight out of the blue? I mean, she broke up with her girlfriend of 5 years and then started dating this weird dude from her church who's honestly weird. Okay? Now, I want to support her, but it's like, I don't know what to do. So it's like hanging out with a stranger. And so the question is, what do I do? And number 2 is, can you really go from being gay to straight overnight like that?
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's why, we got to put a call out to anybody who's out there that might know anything. For me, I don't have personal experience with this, and I can't answer it, based on myself and what I know.
She might, be going through, I think, what some gay people go through is they have moments where they're like, well, maybe I can be different. Maybe I can be straight. And you immerse yourself in maybe an atmosphere that doesn't really accept gay.
Yeah.
And you really try to pretend and fight whatever urges you have. But, I mean, I think you might find this is short-lived for her.
If I say I'm not, then maybe I'll
be not.
Yes.
I don't know. Sometimes, too, there's certain people who, as soon as they start dating somebody, they turn into a completely different person. I've had a couple friends where all of a sudden they date somebody, and they are a different animal. They're nothing like they were. They don't laugh at the same stuff.
Changed sexual orientations? Have they never shown any sign of that before?
No, but they had a complete personality shift to the point where you did not know. I could relate to the fact that hanging out with somebody that you have nothing in common with anymore, to where you're like, who are you? What?
I think you got to give her some space.
Yeah.
You know, you can't really dictate who she is with. You're her friend. You're not her parent. You're not her lover. You got to give her some space and let her go through this, and maybe try not to judge her on it.
Yeah, sometimes people have got to go through something and kind of let it run its course for them. And if you try to tell them otherwise, then they're going to dig their heels in and push back on you.
Kind of like you with your skull shirts back in the day. We had to let you go through that phase.
I feel like it was the right thing.
No, Kevin, please stop with the Ed Hardy.
I felt like I need to eat 10,000 calories a day and bench press 500 pounds.
We actually did try to stop you from wearing the skull shirts.
Yeah.
Nobody could stop him.
Yeah. You and what army?
You got to let her be her and let her figure it out on her own and just be there, but maybe not be there a lot. Maybe kind of pull back a little bit, because if it bothers you to see your friend so different.
Yeah, ultimately, I think you want her to be happy, and you're just concerned because you're like going, okay, from what I've seen and how I feel like I know her, this does not seem to fit the person that I've seen her entire life, that we've been friends.
But it's her life, you know. She's got to figure it out.
That's true. Anybody else ever say anything like this? And maybe you've got something you can offer up to Pete. Okay, so Pete's best friend, he swears, is gay. Has been since he's known her his entire life. Now she's joined a new church and all of a sudden has a boyfriend. He's like, wait, what is going on around here? And he's trying to figure out how, as her friend, he should respond to this, and if it's even possible, or if this church that he thinks could possibly even be a cult is influencing her in the wrong way. Now, some of the texts that we got that came in here to give a little perspective on this. Somebody said in a text, sexuality is fluid, so yes, it can change. So you may know her as gay, and according to them, that it could be something that just in the course of your life, you know what, I've grown out of that. I've had, look at me, Virginia, how many phases I've had in my life. I guess my phases are fluid. Can your sexuality be too? Someone says, yes, it can.
I think it is a new day as far as all the fluidity. Like, no one has to put you in a box and label you. You can be what you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're her friend, you love her for who she is, not who she does.
No, I think what the issue is that I don't think that's what the problem is. I think it's the fact that when they are together, she's a completely different person now. It's almost like, I don't know who you are, not because of who you're sleeping with. You're overall, everything has changed. You're doing things that I've never known you to do before.
But people change.
Oh, for sure. That's the toughest thing about relationships.
Well, I think that's the question. Is it because this is a natural change that is just good and part of being a human and growth, or is this something that she's being influenced to in the wrong way to deny her true self?
It's not really his journey. It's hers.
I think there's times in life where you have family and friends that you're really close with, and you know that they are doing something that is not them, possibly, if you really know them. If all of a sudden Kevin was into something that you weren't, and it was out of the blue, and we've known you for so long, we would be like, well, what is this about?
Sure, yeah, especially if you feel like it's destructive in their life. Someone else then texts, no, you can't force your orientation to change. You can be bisexual, but you can't change from gay, lesbian to straight, especially not overnight. And some people are saying, you know, maybe this is one of the churches. In fact, they had recently done a play at the Broward Center about Pray the Gay Away. And that is a very controversial topic where some people believe in the church that you can, and other people are like going, that's insane. You cannot pray the gay away. But that is an actual phrase. And that play they had at the Broward Center was about, it was a gay man just kind of, you know, talking about his experiences with that concept.
And did it work?
What's that?
Did the praying the gay go away?
I'll tell you, there are people that claim that it has, and there are other people who say that's ridiculous. And so I think a lot of this, I don't know.
I think
honestly,
for everybody,
I
it's different.
Yeah, I can't say whether it is or not. I know there's some people that have claimed. I've seen specials and stories of people saying, no, really worked for me. Other people saying no.
But, I mean, it's not his call. It's her call. And if he wants to be her friend, he just needs to go along with whatever.
Just be a friend.
Yeah.
Just be a friend. Another text says, as a gay woman who's gone through this exact thing, just not as extreme, it sounds like she is trying to give it a shot because she feels she has to. If she felt she might be bisexual and could date guys too, that would be one thing, but the sudden complete stop, and this isn't who I am talk, is probably just her freaking out knowing that she really isn't straight. So that's from somebody who's been through it in their perspective.
Again, I don't think the friend's got an issue of who she's sleeping with. I think it's the fact that her personality has changed. She's hanging around this church now. Your friend is different than, all of a sudden Virginia completely does a 180 and is a completely different person. You're like, who is Virginia? You are acting so different than we've ever known, ever.
I know, but I mean, people do change, and if you want to be her friend and be in her life, you kind of just have to support whatever she's going through and tell her, you hope it works out.
Yeah. And it is a very difficult concept. And, somebody texted in, and there is, this issue that is happening. And somebody in a text said she's brainwashed. I'll bet this church told her that homosexuality was bad, so they convinced her that she was straight. And that, kind of lends back to the whole problem of, just loving who you are and other things. To me, the sexuality issue, I don't think everything hinges on that.
Yeah.
I think that there's so much complexities about you that, you don't have to know today if you are or you're not. To me, it's just, find out more about you. Sometimes this journey to try to figure out who we are and what we really are and all about and what our true sexual orientation might be, and it could be fluid. It takes years, sometimes a lifetime, and sometimes a lot of us go to the grave and we have no idea who we are.
And you're completely right. It's a weird ride we're on.
It is a weird ride. So I would never put any pressure on somebody and try to tell somebody they are something that they're not, or they're this or they're that, and say, I'm here to try to help you figure out who you are.
It's not your call.
No.
But again, though, I think you are getting caught up on the whole sexuality thing. Again,
Right.
I think it's a personality change in your friendship.
Yeah.
That's why this person's concerned.
Absolutely.
It would be like you completely being a completely different person than who I hang out with and that I'm always around.
Yeah, but it's her choice, though.
Oh, I
if
get
she
you,
wants
but-
to be different, he's kind of just got to sit back and let her be her.
But I've heard you before with some of your friends when they've gone through something where you don't understand or their personality has changed. I think that's what it is.
But I would totally just sit back and let them do what they got to do.
You've never sat back on
As soon as
anything.
you start inserting yourself into someone else's sexuality, that's when you're in trouble.
Yeah, exactly. And everybody has to feel like we've got to put that first, and you have to state, I'm gay, I'm straight, I'm bi, I'm whatever the other options are these days.
Nothing to do with me.
Me neither. I'm like, you do
you be you. I'm gonna be me.
Whatever you got going on,
I'll
that's
be
fine.
happy for you.
I think it's more of the church in the personality. That's why the friend's concerned.
And I tell the people in the church, one of my Christian buddies came up and said, we got to pray the gay way. But just chill on that.
I'm not gonna do that.
Let's just chill on that. There's a lot of things we can all work on. We don't have to put that the first and most important thing right in their life.
Pray for them,
Yeah.
love on them, but don't tell them what they need to be.
Yeah. So there you go. All right. Just our own personal little thoughts on that. Maybe it helps you out. Maybe it doesn't. But just be a good friend. That's my best advice there, Pete.
This is the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
Oh, how great would it be to have a cheat meal just like The Rock? Man, this guy knows how to do it, Jbird. You want to talk about cheat meals? This is a guy you need to recruit. Go hang with The Rock, man.
Panda watches his Instagram and just is obsessed with whatever The Rock is eating.
Yeah, he does these Sunday epic cheat meals.
That's awesome.
And so he'll document it on Instagram.
It's like nothing you've ever seen.
No, it's unreal. And for starters, just to give you an idea of what The Rock does for his cheat meal, he'll have 4 double dough pizzas. Then he follows that up. He has 4 pizzas.
So 4 double dough is it the name of a company? Double dough?
It just says double dough, whatever that means. I don't know if that means it's a pan pizza.
It means they're thick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you are making me want pizza already.
Then he has a stack of 12 pancakes.
How are you still hungry? After that, really?
Because you're a beast, man. Look at him.
Yeah. That's it. When you get to that level and you're pushing around as much weight as he does and what he does for himself, your body's freaking out because it's like in shock because you've torn muscles. That's how you build muscles. And so it is just like looking for whatever it can find to repair. And so that's why you'll see a lot of these big time bodybuilders, like what you would put The Rock as, they will probably about once a week, they will have massive food binges where they will eat like crazy and their body uses it all up and none of it's going to go to fat. And so that's how he can get away with eating this stuff and still look the way that he does and not be, loaded with fat on his body.
I'm asking a serious question.
Yeah.
Does The Rock smoke weed?
I don't know at all. I have no idea.
That could help with his appetite.
No, yeah, I mean, it could. And some bodybuilders, I've never seen it, but there was Arnold Schwarzenegger, when he got going, he was battling against this guy named Lou Ferrigno. He used to play the Incredible Hulk on TV. And it would show them, they would battle, like they'd flip-flop back first and second place. And it was them trying to beat each other in bodybuilding contests. And yeah, Arnold would smoke weed, and they would show him smoking weed to try to get his appetite up so that he could eat more, because you're eating as much as you can.
I've heard too, some bodybuilders believe it's good for recovery as well, smoking the old ganj.
Yeah, some people are. Some people will smoke weed and work out, actually. On
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I would drop a weight on my foot.
But imagine if The Rock, and I'm not saying he does, but imagine if he's got this big workout appetite, then he smokes a Wonder Joint or something.
Yes.
He said that's how he could eat possibly all that.
Yeah. Now, the weed itself will not get you strong. If not, then the Dennys would be bigger than The Rock.
No, it's about, I'm talking merely about appetite.
Yes.
Denny's would come in here and toss you across the room.
Then, to follow up the 4 double dough pizzas, 12 pancakes, then The Rock moves on to what he calls the Sushi Express, which is over 100 pieces of sushi.
Oh, that sounds fun.
So he makes this an all Sunday kind of a thing.
He spends some time on it. Yeah, he's
You got to.
Oh, and he's got a private chef.
Yeah.
It just whips all this up.
He does this a lot. I've seen that whenever he raps for a movie or he's done, training for a movie. He's like, okay, this is what I do. And he has just mountains of food and he just takes it all down. And he's never been more jacked and bigger in his life.
Ever.
Doing it right.
Than what he is right now.
He looks like he's huge.
Yeah, he said just this weekend he smashed 3 pints of ice cream along with peanut butter smothered pancakes. That's part of what he eats. Now you've got to go in the gym and lift, thousands of pounds.
Do you do that in the same day or do you just take the day off on that Sunday? You can't eat all that and then go work out, right?
It depends.
It's going to crap yourself in the gym.
A lot of times, you can tell, like, if you've done, like, heavy weights or, like, a leg day, as they'd say in the gym world, it might be 24 hours, and then all of a sudden you are just ravenous. You're like, I am so hungry, and you're like, I cannot stop eating. You just eat and eat and eat and eat. And that's how you can pack all this food down. It's impressive.
There's no way he's not on the roids, right? He's got to be on some kind of... There's no
know.
way you're that big without some kind of help.
I would think so. There are some people, and there are other ways that you can try to naturally kick up your hormone production, but he's a little bit older than me.
Or maybe that's what Mark McGuire did.
He's next level big, though. I mean, he just looks like a cartoon of himself.
I'm not judging that at all. I'm just saying... To get that big, there's got to be a little bit of help going on there.
I would think so, but I don't know for sure. And I do know that there are a lot of people that still don't believe in using the synthetics because what it is, it's still synthetic. People try to do it naturally. And the problem is that sometimes, when you introduce anything synthetic into your body's like going, oh, okay, you got this? That's cool. And
I'll stop making it.
Yeah, and so you got to take other things to balance that around. So there are some people that, not that they've got a thing against, synthetic testosterone or the roids. It's just that they're like, I have other ways that I can get my testosterone levels up naturally.
Kevin Nash, big sexy, big-time wrestler, he talked about just the benefits when you get older, how they help you recover. The only reason why I was against steroids was because I played against guys in college and played against people that were on them.
It's an unfair
advantage. I wasn't on them. And it isn't if you're playing against people who are on them and you're not, it's absolutely an unfair advantage.
Yeah.
And there was always my issue with it. If you're using them, you look good, that's all you're doing. That's rock on.
It's a big industry, I know a lot of older dudes are doing it and balancing out their testosterone and looking fantastic. I mean, you've some of these guys that I see in the ads for these, I mean, these are like 65, 70-year-old dudes.
That are ripped.
Shredded.
Well, it's getting to the point now, like 40 and 50 years of age is almost like your peak now with all of some of these stuff. These guys are getting bigger and stronger than they were ever.
Yeah. Somebody's saying the weed is basically for the inflammation, and that is a big thing because that is, inflammation in the body. That is one of the big benefits of it. And then, anytime you're doing anything distressful to your body, you kind of get that inflammation. So you want to kind of keep it, okay, calm down. You don't want to get it inflamed.
Calm down.
Yeah, so the weed is good for that.
Put on that Taylor Swift song.
No, do not smoke weed and put Taylor Swift on.
So that's kind of it. So, somebody says, I do the inflammation weed. It's the best. No more ibuprofen. Yeah, I right now do the ibuprofen for the inflammation.
That's not good. How many times a day do you take that, or times a week?
Every other day.
Ooh.
It's not good for the old organs, right?
It's not.
Well, Dennys, give me some weed then, because I got to knock down the inflammation, so I need something.
Aren't there edibles you can eat that give you the benefits of weed without the high? Do that.
The cannabis or whatever.
The CBD?
The CBD.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's already an edible on your table, Kev. Dennys just dropped it in.
He's so good.
Like Spider-Man from the sky.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, so there's different stuff. It'll be interesting. It's one of those things that maybe I need to have a one-on-one with Dennys today.
Well, I stopped doing the the Tylenol and all that because people were like, oh my gosh, that's what causes kidney failure.
They told me when I gave my kidney away
Really?
that I had to watch certain medications I take. If I have to take some of that ibuprofen, I got to take it very sparingly.
Yeah.
It does work, though.
Every other day, you're not supposed to be taking.
I'm sure, every other day sounds like a lot, but then again, I'm no doctor here.
Well, aren't there natural foods and things that you can do for anti-inflammation?
I think it was recommended to me by a doctor to take the aspirin every other day.
Dr. Death?
Well, that's just it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't trust.
Dr. Kevorkian?
Honestly, I don't trust anybody anymore.
Oh, I know. I have family members that are afraid to go to the doctor because they don't trust the medical community. I'm like, guys, you're holding your eyeball. You got to go in and see the doctor.
I feel like food can be your medicine, though. And, there's always, a route you can take that's more natural.
A lot of people are trying to do that, yeah. Mm-hmm. So, somebody said, Kevin, take tart cherry supplements for inflammation. Works great and safe alternative. Look it up. Okay.
Sounds great.
I'll have to find something else.
Cherry, and I think also that turmeric, I don't know how to say it.
Turmeric?
Turmeric.
With cracked pepper. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've heard good things about that. I took it. I really did feel like, wow, I can feel a difference.
Okay, I'll go supplement that out today.
Who are you going to see Dr. Virginia or Dr. Dennys? I can speak on Dr. Dennys.
I'd have more fun if I went to see Dr. Dennys.
You would just have a great time.
I'd have a great time.
You won't pick your kids up from school, though. That's the thing.
Well, you should, naturally.
Okay, here we go. We're just taking care of all of our ailments here on the KVJ show. Got my inflammation in check, Virginia. Gonna get a prescription for weed. And we're gonna eat like The Rock today.
I'm going to fix you right up.
If you smoke some weed, you're going to eat like The Rock.
You're gonna eat like The Rock.
You'll be dead by Christmas.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, it's crazy stuff. What do you say? I can't even believe that. 4 double dough pizzas, and that starts it off before moving to 12 pancakes.
I hate that double dough. It doesn't make any sense to me. Is that the name of a place, or is he double doughing up on pizza?
I know you got to know. Boy,
it's probably just super thick pizza.
Did you say super thick pizza? Double dough makes me question things.
It does?
Double dough pizza?
I'm questioning things. Well, this is what I'm questioning. I'm kind of on the fence with this. This is a story that we see all the time. It comes out. There's another one that's out. Nobody showed up to the birthday party. And so, of course, yeah. I know, because that's the reaction. It's sad, right? Here in Trinity, Florida, it was a 3-year-old's birthday party. And nobody showed up to the 3-year-old's birthday party. So the mom took to her community Facebook page to announce that nobody showed up. The message was heard. People showed up to the party. They brought balloons, cards, all kinds of gifts, snacks for the kids.
NBI, not buying it.
So it was a big to-do, and the 3-year-old, everything was saved, and the kid felt great. Now, hey, look, I'm like, if you can do anything to make anybody feel good, that's fantastic. But how many times have we seen the story where nobody showed up to the kid's birthday and they posted and then bam, out comes this is probably the 10th or 15th time I've heard this.
This month. Yeah, I'm not buying it. I'm not. This is such a ploy to get free stuff from the parents.
Well,
I'm not buying this crap anymore.
Well, to me, where it is like what makes me sad is if they've got a kid that's, 3rd grade to like 8th grade, 9th grade, somewhere there where they've tried to have a party and just no kid showed up, and the kid gets it. And
your kid don't get that
and
crap.
It's sad. And that's where I'm just like going, okay, it's a 3-year-old. I've had 3 3-year-olds.
Oh,
and whether or not they had a party or not, I don't know if they would notice and they
your
would
inside
care.
serve you well, Kev. You know this is BS because it smells like BS. She'll get a GoFundMe page. The kid will have college paid for. She's
Right.
so brave with her story.
It's all good because ultimately, hey, if we can make people feel good, that's great. But at some point, do we not sometimes go, okay, I kind of feel like I'm a little bit being taken advantage of here, and.
Yeah, you're completely right. You're right. You want to do nice things for people.
Yeah, I
Of
saw
course
this
you
story.
do.
It's going viral, and people are loving it. Like, yay, the community came to the rescue, and now the 3-year-old's happy, and it's good. And ultimately, I'm leaning on the side of it's fine. But if I probably had other plans that day, I'd be like, the kid's 3. It's be all right.
Oh.
Virginia.
So Virginia's buying into it.
I am. I'm buying into it.
Yeah.
I think it's sweet. And now the community feels good. I mean, when you do something nice for somebody, yeah, you're helping them, but it makes you feel good too.
It does.
No, I think there's other things you could do in the community with your time than a fake 3-year-old party.
I don't think it's fake.
All right.
I think she probably threw her a party and legitimately nobody showed up.
Okay, well that's just what I wonder.
That happens.
Is
Sometimes kids don't like a certain kid and they don't want to go to their party.
but at 3,
At 3 years old, you're so young, dude. You
at
don't
3,
know
do you
what's
already
going
have
on.
like those cliques? Because that's what it feels like. It feels like, okay, it's a clique and nobody likes the kid and you feel for that kid. But at 3, I just don't know if
the only thing
the kid understands.
You said
and
it right
knows.
there. Clicks. It's all about clicks. I'm talking clicks on the internet. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
People could not like the mother, too. That could be it.
I'm totally with Kevin. You're 3 years old. You're too little, man. I'm sorry to be in this whole world of click and no one's liking me. I'm not buying
There's
it.
part of me that wonders too, and we are assuming that she did put out invitations and that every single invitation was ignored. How many invitations went out to whom and how many were ignored? And it would be very easy just to, oh crap, that's right, it's my daughter's birthday today. I didn't do anything. Nextdoor.com. Yeah, no one showed up for my daughter's birthday party, and the next thing you know, here comes everybody. Whew,
We don't have any
saved
of the
again.
No details. How do we know that? Yeah, you're right. The day before, she invites only 5 people, and nobody can make it. Nobody can
Okay,
make it.
and then my question is, just on the legalities of this, and just, our not that there's any laws to it at all, but I guess our own social boundaries. Let's say the same thing happens when the kid is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do we continue to show up every single year and the community bails out and make sure the kid has a good birthday party when nobody's shown up? Or is it like after the 5th birthday, we're like,
I would.
so who are you sending?
I would, because you can't punish the kid because of the sins of the mom.
Who is this nice Virginia?
Look, I'm sorry. I have a soft spot for kids. And I think, on their birthday, it's not going to put you out to give them a little gift.
Oh, no, we have a soft spot for kids. We love kids. And if a kid really wanted a birthday party, the kid really invited kids out there, and nobody showed up, and that was a legit thing, and the kid's heartbroken, you got my heartstrings, it's the right thing.
Yes.
But I'm sorry.
And I genuinely
but how
love it.
are we ever going to know if it's genuine and real or not?
Because first of all, the kid's 3. Second of all,
Right. That's where I'm like, when you get into 2nd, 3rd grade, then I'm like, I'm all out. Yeah, there's no way I want this kid to be alone on his birthday. Let's bring everybody out. Let's do it.
you can spin it with a 3-year-old. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
you can. And what I'm sick of is the media playing on the emotions of saying, well, if you don't buy this story and if you don't believe this is great, you're a bad person. No, I'm calling BS because the media wants clicks of a feel-good, fake-ass story.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's just all right. Some of us are buying it and loving it.
I don't know these people, so I'm not going to sit and judge some mom I don't even know.
You do it every day on the air. We don't know any of the people that call in. You judge them all the time.
I always say this. I don't try to judge other moms. If they're trying to do the right thing, I would support them.
So here you go. If you have a 3-year-old that's got a party coming up, invite Virginia. She will show. She will bring gifts. She'll bring the cake, the ice cream. You are set.
Well, yeah, but don't act like me and Kevin don't have a soft spot for kids, because we definitely
I didn't
do.
say anything about you. You're the one internalizing it. All I said is I have a soft spot for kids. I didn't say Jack S-bomb about you.
Why are you yelling at me?
I'm just telling you where I'm coming from. Don't put words in my mouth, baby.
Well, now you know how it feels. Boom.
Your party ain't looking good this year, Jbird.
That's fine.
Want to find the KVJ Show on social media? Just search KVJ Show on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Simple, huh?
Okay, something to maybe think about here before we get to Jbird's thought of the day. Okay, an angel flies down and says, looking you right in the eyes, cut the crap or you're going to hell. Then the angel just flies off. What are you now changing in your life?
Oh, man.
What wrong things would you think you've done to make the angel say that? What is it? Cut the crap or you're going to hell.
Stop talking crap about little kids' birthday parties, you jerk.
Right. Cut the crap. We put that whole thing together for that 3-year-old. How dare you?
Probably drinking too much.
I know, but I mean, you're not hurting anybody. Now, I'm not stopping drinking. Sorry.
I know you're not stopping.
But you're going to hell, Virginia.
Well-
a lifetime of torment in a fiery lake.
It's fired up.
Fired up?
There's nothing you would think of automatically that would come to your head.
I mean,
If you don't change this, you're going to hell.
I don't know.
She's an angel.
Oh, yes, she is.
I mean, I'm pretty much perfect. Struggling.
Well, maybe we can have people suggest for you.
And I got to tell you,
Virginia's stumped on this. She can't think of anything.
and you do hurt other people when you drink. You have hurt me before.
Okay, so that one doesn't count. Cut the crap or you're going to hell.
I love how you scoffed at drinking.
Wait, what?
What's the issue with that?
I'm not going to stop.
Yeah, it's a problem with that.
Do you have an answer, Kev?
It is tough because, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I do have a lot of things, a little nitpicking stuff, but the one thing that is glaring, ooh, man. Yeah, mine probably had been, probably drinking a little more than I should. I've cut back a little bit on that, so I'm not where I used to be. But that would be, if I'm like going, man, I don't know, I feel pretty tight. I'm already a Boy Scout.
Okay, so
I don't know what's left. I'd be like, hey, I'm a little confused. Can you be more specific?
I'm already incredibly boring, guys.
I don't know what else you want me to do other than just sit in my bed all day.
look at this. I work with a couple of angels over here.
You kind of do.
Yeah, this is insane.
Yeah, maybe we just need people to tell us. All right, what is it? What is that angel talking about? Because I would look confused. I'd be, trust me, I still got little things here and there, But part of that's just because I'm a man.
I mean, ticky-tack stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the only things I would think of is, okay, you drink too much, you probably explore yourself too much. They always say you're not supposed to do that in religion.
Yeah, probably 1 and 2. Yeah,
1 and 2.
1 and 2. I don't even know where we're going with 3.
If we're going on religious rules, right?
That'd be the whole thing, I guess. If it's an angel.
I don't think God cares if you masturbate.
Amen.
I really don't.
Okay.
I mean, he's the one that made it feel good.
Right.
But
So-
Not my fault. You gave me a hand and that thing, and they seem to work well together.
You literally have like so many sensory nerves in your penis, so it just feels good to touch it.
Well-
How is that your fault?
I want to stick up for the women now. Same goes for your parts as well.
My penis feels great.
I never understood that either. I never understood why that was considered. You go to hell if you are.
I think that's a man-made thing.
Or gambling. Two of the things I thought you cannot gamble.
Oh, yeah. A lot of these things are people have put their own little
Exactly.
personal slants on these.
People.
Gambling.
When people get involved, everything gets messed up.
People think maybe it's because I'm watching so many shows about cocaine. So maybe. Maybe that's what the angel's talking about.
You're
That
not
might be
actually
mine.
doing
Yeah, I
cocaine,
mean,
though.
you're watching show. That's the worst you've got.
Yeah.
He's got a terrible Netflix habit.
Kevin watches Narcos. He's going to hell. Oh my God.
I know. Yeah, big moral debate. If an angel flies down and says, cut the crap, you're going to hell, what would you think that the angel was talking about?
I'm paranoid. I start confessing all this stuff I shouldn't confess.
What do you change immediately? Yeah. Thankfully, apparently, we all in our own eyes are doing pretty great. So
No, I feel like I got a lot to work on, honestly.
we're all fine. These suggestions on what it could be. Somebody thinks for Jbird, the Angels talking about butt play.
Okay, now let's get into it.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I would like to tell the Angels I'm not into butt play, and I would like Virginia to stop spreading that rumor.
They see you. Angels see all.
Apparently, the Angels are listening in Virginia.
She ain't no angel.
They believe the rumors
They
I've
believe
started.
the devil. Yeah, you've started quite a bit of rumors about myself, which is it's quite something.
Yes, it is, isn't it? So there you go. Something to consider. What would be your greatest sins? Rank them and think about it. All right, before we get to the after the show podcast, where we'll probably send some more, Jbird, put it all into perspective for us here today. This is the time of day where we go deep, baby.
A person without a vision for their future always returns to their past.
Okay. All right.
That makes sense.
Is that a question or is that a statement?
Maybe this is what the Angels talking about.
Am I close?
Yeah, cut the crap. After the show podcast, going to be coming up. You can check it out on the back end of the regular show podcast. It's on demand, or you can watch it live in just about 15 minutes on YouTube.
Did you miss an episode of the KVJ Show? No worries. Find our podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, or kvjshow.com.